But let's get on to some trailers.
Can you have that bag?
And you, oh yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I watched this one already. I'm gonna have a video on this one coming out here soon. But I want to get your. Can you put this over there for me? Sure. I want to get your take on it.
Okay, here we go.
Something has changed, girl. The world's acting strange these days. The North and South at war. Monsters roaming when they should be hibernating.
That's cool.
Maybe it's the end
Brooksa.
of days.
God damn it, this better not be some popular song re-recorded.
Lived through 3 supposed end of days. It's all horseshit. This continent was meant for no one. None of us will have any peace until there are no monsters left in the world.
That's my home. My fight.
Your precious leader's after something. You're a pawn to get to it.
Is that the Western Wizard? Standing up?
Rebuild our forces. Strengthen our numbers. We are an empire. The war's just begun.
Fear is an illness. It can consume you. Our best chance is to face it. Are you ready for this?
If what you say about that girl's power is true, you can't help her.
Oh, Leshen.
A man, a myth, a legend.
And we need your help.
Fine, but first, gentlemen, it's been an honor. What? I made new friends. Get over it. Jealous?
Oops, I didn't want to. Oh, I did watch that movie, Night Tea,
What's up, I'm Debbie Ryan.
and I've got opinions, but
What is Night Tea?
I'll share them later. It's a horror movie that debuted on Netflix about a week before Halloween.
Oh, really?
It's a very hipster horror movie.
Oh.
Anyways, what do you think?
Cool.
Pretty underwhelmed by it.
I mean, it looked cool. I haven't read the book, so I'm not like seeing things that are like, oh, they're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seems like they're gonna do war with Nilfgaard.
But it looks
like he's gonna do some Witcher powers. Which
well,
is
and
cool.
that's my main takeaways. My main takeaways is I mean, shit, I could just play my video. I could play my video on this video. It'll be a stream, watching a stream. Just. But no, my main takeaway was so one, it looks cooler. Like the costumes look cooler.
The budget looks like higher.
Yeah, and the budget. That's what it is. The budget looks like it's a higher budget. Looks like a better production.
CG looks better.
CG looks a lot better. The monster look too. There are monsters.
Yeah.
So far, we've seen 3.
Yeah.
There's the Bruxa, the flying creature.
That was like some kind of vampire bat looking thing. That looked pretty cool.
The Leshen, which looked really cool.
Yeah.
I was really excited to see the Leshen in it.
So here's the thing. They had a Leshen in that cartoon too. You know what I mean? So obviously they're leaving
at the very beginning.
Yeah. I like that stuff because it seems like maybe it's gonna focus on him doing some witchering. You know, which I kind of like. The plot for the first season was just so fucked up. It was so convoluted. And the thing is what's cool about The Witcher is it could be so simple if they just watched The Mandalorian and were like, just do this. Just move to a new place. You know what I mean? Hell, just grab The Witcher 3 and just go to a few towns, do a few side quests, and write that into a show. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're going to lean hard into their long arc, kind of mythology. It looks like, that they're doing that. But God, I just, the thing is they need to like get down to the meat and potatoes of what makes The Witcher cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's basically like a Western, only with The Witcher, and he's got magical powers, and he's a total badass, and he goes from town to town solving crimes like Magnum P.I. You know what I mean? And
well, I mean that's kind of it. But this again is continuing the adaptation of the novels. So I think that the narrative through line is going to be 1,000 times more coherent than in the first season.
God, I hope so.
So I think a part of that is so you were asking about the Western Wizard. He wasn't the other Witcher. He was the Beast guy.
Oh yeah. But I assume that he turns back into a man at some point.
I mean, I don't want to spoil.
All right, don't spoil. But I mean, you got the Western Wizard. When we say Western Wizard, we're joking.
We're talking about Tormund
Giantsbane from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
he's got to be a major character in the show. You can't have him just be in a couple episodes.
So, I think that I thought it looked really cool. I anticipate that the narrative through line is going to be a lot more direct.
I hope so, because I'm not allergic to an elaborate narrative through line. Look at Game of Thrones. I was fine with that, but man, the first season.
It's speaking to our big criticism of the first season. And if you want to watch that, we have those episodes.
Yeah, we went deep, and I don't even remember the first season, so I can't even remember what I didn't like.
You should rewatch them; they're actually kind of amusing videos.
Oh, really?
But like I think our biggest criticism was that the show just didn't have enough Geralt in it.
Yeah.
And,
that's true.
Yeah.
It's called The Witcher, not not Yennefer, the Yennefer show.
But not only does this seem like it's going to have a little bit more Geralt, but I like that it looks like they're actually going in harder on what, a Witcher is and what Witchers do. Like, we've already seen at least three monsters he fight, and one cursed guy he's talking to at a table.
Again,
like
the Witcherin, that's the cool part.
Yeah, so we're at least gonna get some of that. Like we're getting more magic. Like it looks like he's using Quinn in a couple of those things. And there's at least some magic being used against him in regards. And the other Witchers, we get all the other Witchers who were there. We got Lambert there. We have Eskel back there. We have some other dude named like Cole or something.
Cole.
Tristan. Cohen is. I always forget it's Cohen. He's back there. Like there's all, and Vesemir was there. Like you got the whole cast. Yeah, and it looks like they're about to get up to some shit. Like you, like you watch this thing. And like fucking, you got the goth dude from The Crow.
Who's that?
That is a character called Reince.
Reince?
Reince.
Like Reince Priebus?
Like Reince Priebus.
Oh God, tell me that Reince Priebus wasn't named after that guy.
I seriously doubt it.
Well, the books came out in the 80s, right? He was probably 14 in the 80s.
You have these NPCs just waiting to get cut in half.
Dude, yeah, like Go!
You just know he's gonna do an execution animation on this.
It's like go down to the pub and find like 6 white guys that we can throw at the Witcher to be mulched tomorrow.
Do you remember in Witcher 3 when you execute kill a guy and like it goes into like slow motion and he cuts the guy's legs off and some shit?
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's what's gonna happen to this guy right here. You can tell from and the look on his face. He knows
Johnson's about to take.
Yeah, like so you have this shit. You got Quinn, he's rolling around. See, it's happening already. Like, he's about to do the execution animation. And then... Where is it?
I gotta hand it to Henry Cavill for making this show happen, though. He's like...
I want to see that other one. Oh, I'm looking for the shot where all the Witchers are standing there. Ow. I mean, and that's one thing that the first season did really well. It was awesome choreography.
Yeah.
Our best chance.
Death.
Look at that shit, dude. Look at this shit.
Okay, who are these Witchers guys?
That's Lambert.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. This is Cohen, I believe. I don't know which one is Eskel, and I don't know who the other guy is at all.
Super ass white guy right there. Like
this guy?
That guy looks like a vampire.
That's Vesemir. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, like who steps into this fucking shit and is like, let's fuck with these guys? Yeah. It's like, this is fucking a nightmare, man. This is like a fucking vampire's lair.
Yeah, they look pretty scary.
Yeah, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to fuck with any of these guys.
They got black eyes.
They're all black eyes and pale skin and fucking...
Years of horror movies have told me if someone's got black eyes, you give them a wide berth.
This guy doesn't have black eyes. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, he hasn't taken his juice yet.
He's just like... He's on the Apprentice program. But yeah, these motherfuckers... Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Why would you ever want to fuck with someone like that?
Vesemir seems pretty young in that photograph right there.
Really?
I mean, he looks older than those guys, but he doesn't look like ancient,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of
far away.
I mean, he's certainly a lot wider than those guys.
Yeah. I mean, this is the same, I guess technically the same Vesemir as, well, not technically, he's not the same actor, but it's the same Vesemir from the anime, and anime Vesemir was a total fuckboy.
Yeah, he was cool, though. I enjoyed that animation thing.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it got a little weird towards the end. I was like, what's going on?
Wait, what do you mean weird towards the end? Like, what was weird about it?
I didn't completely understand what was happening a little bit towards the end. There was some a twist reveal, like that the spellcaster had convinced him he was in another world. It was like
illusion.
There was a couple of illusions that were like the first one you're like okay, but the second one you're like wait what? You know what I mean? It was like toward the very end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a little weird, but
just the way it was staged and the way it played out was a little strange.
I guess a lot of that didn't really bother me that much. At that point, I had enjoyed the show so much.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
exactly.
Like, yeah, totally. I mean, it wasn't. At that point too, you knew where it was going. So,
yeah,
Vesemir's alive and this chick's not. She's old.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're just.
And I always thought
tying some shit up at that point.
I always thought Geralt. I always thought the sack of Kaer Morhen happened before Geralt was born, but at the end it was like, oh, this little kid's Geralt. So that was kind of weird. I mean, I'll have to look into that a little bit more. All right, up next though. This is the Book of Boba Fett. This trailer dropped yesterday.
Yeah, man.
And
that means an Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer is probably not that far off, dude.
Well, let's just take a look and see how this bad boy looks.
Yeah. Already it looks awesome. Okay, I know what that is.
What is that? No.
That is a monk.
A monk?
Yeah. We'll talk about it in a second. It looks like he trimmed down since Mandalorian Season 2.
He had to.
Yeah, he had to get in fighting shape.
He's like, I'm going to get a show? Shit.
Yeah, hit the gym.
I know that you sit on the throne.
Okay. Love this shit. I gotta say, man. I love how you hear him talking in the background and it's like... Anyone who's played, Knights of the Old Republic knows that you spend a fuckload of time talking to Ithorians, and they all talk just like that shit. It's cool. City looks great.
Looks awesome.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
She seems pissed at him at that moment. Obviously, he's up to something that's bumming around.
Captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
Very cool shields.
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
It's kind of weird So, like, Boba Fett is angling to be a mob boss?
I guess. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about how it has a feel of like, it's like we're in the... It's like, holy shit.
It's this very stream.
We are watching ourselves, that's it. Yeah, it's people are talking about how it's like The Godfather. Like it's a very Godfather-y, you know what I mean?
It has a bit of that vibe. I mean, it seems like he's angling to take over where Jabba left off.
Yeah, I mean, or Bib Fortuna, I guess, who he killed right before.
I guess that was that
Spoiler
guy.
alert.
That guy that was sitting on that throne right before the shot where the throne was empty. You can kind of put those two together. It looks cool, though. It looks beautiful.
Yeah,
which, I mean, you shouldn't expect anything.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be awesome if you like Boba Fett. You know what I mean? It's like... I mean,
I've always been indifferent on Boba Fett.
Yeah,
I never quite understood the Boba allure.
Yeah, he probably had to be
December 29th, okay.
6 years old in 1983, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Because
I was 1 year old in 1983.
I was 6 years old in 1983. And I was Boba Fett for Halloween. I had the fucking like the store-bought thing where he with the plastic suit and then the mask that you wear. And I remember just thinking it was the greatest costume. And I had Boba Fett character, Boba Fett ship. I still got Boba Fett's ship.
Slave One?
Yeah. Boba Fett was just awesome. But see, back in the day, we didn't know if it was a guy or not.
When I was a kid, I always thought it was a robot.
Yeah, he could be a robot. It could be an alien. We didn't know. It was Boba Fett. He's just a wacky character. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I kind of wish they just keep his mask on a lot more. I mean, kind of like the Mandalorian. And it's like
no, he's popping his mask off every other fucking scene in this one.
But it's one of the things that's kind of cool about the Mandalorian that he never takes his helmet off except for a couple of occasions. But because it plays into what we thought was so cool about Boba Fett back in the day is that you never saw him without his helmet. You know what I mean? And Favreau certainly knows. The appeal of Boba Fett when he was making The Mandalorian. The original appeal of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But, man, I think it's cool. Fennec Shand looks cool. And they kind of built that character up from nothing in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, I think Boba Fett will be far more interesting than Jango Fett ever was.
I mean, that's saying nothing. But...
low bar, I will say that some of the things I noticed is he's all healed on his face.
That's a funny thing. That's one of the I think I closed it. One of the Easter egg videos was titled like "He's Healing."
Yeah, and supposedly those like spiders.
That probably just means the actor didn't want to sit in that chair for like 5 hours.
Maybe they were just like I think it'd be kind of cool if they had kept the scarring for the whole series. That was just his thing, But one of the things that the spiders supposedly are actually these kind of monks that like live in the basement of Jabba's palace, and they were monks on Tatooine like 1,000 years ago or something like that. But to reach the final state of enlightenment, they would take their brains out of their bodies and put in these jars, and then they had these spider robots that would carry their brains around. And so you actually see them in Return of the Jedi. You see one behind C-3PO very briefly in Return of the Jedi. You see his brain, and you see but it's much bigger. You know what I mean? And there's a whole thing about those monks, you know what I mean? And Jabba allowed them to live. Jabba's palace was kind of built off their old temple, and Jabba allowed them to live in the basement, supposedly. That was their, like, yeah, it's fine, just stay the fuck down there. Right?
A bunch of spider monks in the basement.
Again, just kind of the weird, wacky shit that makes up Star Wars, why it's always better than Dune.
Oh, shit.
I haven't seen Dune yet. I'm gonna go see it.
I had ranted at me by a big Dune nerd how Star Wars was just a ripoff of Dune.
Oh, whatever. If it's a ripoff of Dune, it's an improvement of Dune. So you're a Star Wars nerd. You're a Dune nerd friend.
Did you see the new one?
Not yet. I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go. My first movie back in the theater. I'm going to see it this week at the Alamo Village, like during the day, like the earliest show I can see it. You know what I mean?
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be cool. Yeah, I liked Blade Runner 2049. Yeah,
2049. That's a way futuristic Blade Runner.
It was 2049. Did I say 2020?
You said 2049.
I meant. I'm trying to remember the year. I stuttered my 20.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked what I said, what Justin said, if you like the content we're providing, if you had any kind of laughs at all, even if you hate us, if you hate my guts, if you want to stab me, if you want to say all sorts of horrible things to me, cool. Like the video, subscribe. You'll get fed all sorts of shit you'll probably hate. And if you like us, you'll get fed all sorts of shit you probably like. So please and thank you.